Atlanta's premier fintech companies. And I want to spend a second just describing a little bit about what we do, because I think it'll give you some better context for my ideas about change. We're a big data and software analytics company. Our platform is a SaaS platform, which I'll come back to in a second. So that means it's an application that sits out on the web, and that's where our clients interact with our data and our software. And so we're almost like a data clearinghouse for the institutional investing space. What that means is there are all these asset managers out there. Invesco is our big hometown name brand in that space. And they want to compete to manage hundreds of millions of dollars, even tens of billions of dollars for gigantic institutional investors, like the state pension plan for teachers in Georgia, for public employees in California, for corporate pension plans, public pension plans, university endowments, private foundations, all of those investors who have just like gobs of money. And the asset managers are dying to, be able to win mandates to manage that money because they get paid as a percentage of assets under management. So obviously, everybody here is very incentivized to make the best kind of evidence-based, data-driven decisions that they possibly can. And so we're right there in the middle of this huge data exchange with our SaaS platform. But what this means is, because our software is a SaaS platform, that means that we have the potential to basically improve it and change it every single day. And pretty much we do. It also means that just an enormous amount of data gets exchanged every day, and that also happens. And our clients and their clients are all dependent on financial and capital markets, which are also highly volatile and changing every day. So we're basically in the middle of this change vortex. Our products, our clients, everything about my company kind of exists in this change chamber. And so it's an ongoing challenge for us and something that we think about all the time. I was really happy to hear Stephanie describe some of the models that Manhattan Associates use. We rely on Cotter especially, and the Agile methodology. If anybody here is in software and technology, you understand that that's a way of kind of dealing with technical change very quickly without getting too over-invested in a waterfall methodology up front, so you're a little more nimble in being able to make changes to your products and your platforms. So that's the kind of environment that I work in, and so our change initiatives are pretty much like everything we do. And so we don't have, I wish we did have a special change practice. That would be awesome, but we don't, although sometimes I feel like it's me. We do have a change practice, and it's me. And so we've taken the top-down approach. I'm very keen on developing our senior leadership team to be change champions. The guys who started our firm are former investment consultants, and so they're a little cerebral about things. They're a little bit like, well, this rationally makes sense, so this is what we're going to do. And the idea that we have people to factor in on this is not necessarily a natural thing for them to do, or something that they have a lot of patience with. So we're trying to provide some kind of coaching and development for them, and some sort of 360 experiences where they do see major business initiatives from kind of a change lens, and we can have some lessons learned and say, how'd that go? What would we do differently next time? Who are our change advocates and champions? Who are our kind of derailers or obstacles, and so on. But thinking through those lessons learned is what led us to sort of peel back the onion and do something that I think might be potentially interesting to some of you. And this is to think really hard about our talent acquisition strategy. And I started really doing deep dives into the research at Stanford, and Carol Dweck, maybe some of you know her really famous book, Mindset, There's some really interesting studies at Stanford. They've been looking into this for a couple of decades. And they, conduct experiments with 4 and 5-year-olds. And basically take these little children and give them a puzzle to work. And so they work the puzzle, and all that's really fun. It's like a game. And then the next part of the experiment is to take these same children and say, okay, would you like to work the same puzzle again, or would you like to work a different puzzle? And what they find in this research is that the children kind of fall into sort of 50-52 buckets. And about half of the children go like, why would I ever want to do the same puzzle again? That is zero fun. I've already solved the puzzle. No way, I want to do a new puzzle. The other half of the children, though, are like, definitely sign me up for the same puzzle. I know how to do that puzzle. Now I can do it faster and be sort of even smarter this go around because I'm doing exactly the same thing. And so our current kind of theory in my firm is that we're seeing something like this in our own talent pool. Because we're in financial services and technology, a huge number of our employees are Georgia Tech graduates, and sort of everybody's a rocket scientist. And so we definitely see these cultural attributes where there are a lot of really smart people who see change as not just a threat, but like a personal risk to their personal credibility, because it introduces something that they haven't experienced before, and therefore they see this personal risk to their perceived professional competence. And so it is precisely because they are so smart and because they are so capable and confident that they have this maybe sort of over-investment in seeing, in making sure that they have opportunities to prove that over and over again. And so we're trying to kind of unravel this. But we've introduced a whole sort of change dimension to our talent acquisition strategy. We do a lot of talking around and assessment around strengths-based development. But I will tell you that our bottom-up approach is really trying to figure out if there are ways that we can filter more for people who, if they're not necessarily able to embrace change and be change agents, that at least they won't have this kind of personal threat, which we all know is where people start doing sort of weird and subversive, passive-aggressive things that can really derail some important change initiatives. So that's what we're doing at my firm, and I guess I'm blue.